Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Richard Kirsch. My company is Human Factor Analytics. Our web application or our software has been designed to solve one of the biggest loss centers that corporate America is experiencing right now, and that is healthcare expense. If you look at the top 5 loss centers within a company, healthcare expense is going to be up there on top. So imagine if you're running a business and you're not getting forensics or information as to what is driving those costs and what are the solutions to fix those costs. Currently, employers get information, aggregate information back that your total health care cost was $12 million, $500,000 came from cardiovascular, $300,000 came from cancer, or so on and so on. So all you've done is you've validated you have a loss. Now imagine if you have that huge of amounts of money running out of an organization and nobody is giving you viable solutions or empirical evidence as to where to go for a solution on an ongoing basis. And that's what we were designed for. My background is I created a company called Kirsch Wellness Management. Over 20 years ago, it became it was about the 7th largest wellness company in the United States. We managed Anheuser-Busch nationwide, Union Pacific Railroad, Harley-Davidson, several government agencies. And so wellness was basically a business of risk management. So about 15 years ago, we developed a way to measure the financial efficacy of a wellness program. So we've always been interested in looking at data and what's driving cost within an employer healthcare system. And approximately 3 years ago, I stepped away from Kirsch Wellness. I'd sold the company and created this company called Human Factor Analytics. And one of the things I wanted to do when I created this business model is I wanted to create a systems-driven business, and I wanted to create a business that either I can say to my clients, it's going to save you money or make money for you. And so that's our value proposition. And I had already created a network of channel partners throughout the United States that we partnered with to implement wellness programs to various employers. Our management team is myself, David Winters is our CFO, Town Travis, Vice President of Operations. Town worked for me for approximately 5 years in Kirsch Wellness as a data analyst. Rhonda Hill was our Director of IT. She was with me for 18 years at Kirsch Wellness. Al Marney is our systems architect. Al was one of the lead architects for Walmart's IT system. And Dave Motes is our chief programmer. The problem to be solved is healthcare costs will exceed $2.7 trillion this year, increasing by approximately 9% per year, and it's usually one of the top 3 employer expenses. Health risk is one of the main cost drivers for healthcare expense. Only large employers have access to risk analytics tools that cost $250,000 a year. So your typical employer, which is less than 3,000 employees, does not have access to these analytics tools. And if you do the math, the vast majority of employers are less than 3,000 employees. Therefore, small and mid-sized employers can't identify what is driving their health care cost. Current solutions that are being used by corporate America is cost shifting, premium contributions based on individual health standards, plan design modifications, health savings accounts or health reimbursement accounts, wellness and disease management programs. A lot of these, the vast majority of these solutions are just putting a Band-Aid on a wound, and the wound is never healed. It's going to continue getting worse and worse. Wellness and disease management programs, that's the big buzz within corporate America, but do you have empirical evidence to prove whether or not your wellness or disease management program is actually working and giving you a return on investment? With the analytics system, we have the ability to do that, and we have done it for several corporations. Our whole kind of value prop here is that human risk is surrounded by various data sets. Pharmacy data, healthcare utilization data, biometric data, health risk appraisal, workers' comp data. But this is a vast amount of information. it would be like me coming to your office and dropping a Webster's dictionary on your desk and saying, this will make you a good writer. Good luck. Okay? So all of this data is very valuable, but corporations are not capitalizing on the value of the data because there's not systems that can ask the questions that need to be asked to yield solutions. So even if you have the data, do you know the right questions to ask? Our current system can ask over 1,000 queries instantaneously. In other words, you have healthcare, pharmacy data, workers' comp data. What do you want to ask? Let's ask a question. How many males 50 years of age or older within this population have had a colonoscopy within the past 2 years? It'll answer it. How many females within the eligible age have had mammograms? It'll answer it. You want to get deeper, it'll say, how many type 2 diabetics within this population are also taking antidepressant medications that are SSRIs? 1,000 different questions. We can add a question and have it operational in less than 4 hours. The system was made to grow smarter because we know that the end users are going to want to ask relational questions of the data that we're not currently asking. And nobody likes to wait on a computer programmer to get back with you with an answer. So we wanted our system to be very expandable. Our solution is a relational database that takes all of these disparate data sets, puts them into a relational database. So we take all of these different languages of data, push them through algorithms to pre-ask the questions. The end user can sit down at their portal and just start typing a question like you Google search. What is the total cost of pharmacy within my male population? What are the top 10 medications? Of these medications, which medications are value-based medication? And on and on and on. And then the end output is risk mitigation solutions, a to-do list based on the analysis of the data. And we also have the ability to pre-post measure the effectiveness of an intervention, the financial efficacy. So if a solution is suggested, like a disease management program, we can pre-post, look at the data, and hold the vendors accountable for yielding outcomes. A simple population query would be, we've got John Doe, but we can push the whole population with this question. Does John Doe have a diagnosis of hypertension? No. Is John Doe currently taking any medication for hypertension? No. Has he had an injury within the past year? Yes, he had a fall. Does he report a family history of high blood pressure on his health risk appraisal? Yes. When he went through biometric testing, did he have high blood pressure? Yes. So John Doe does have high blood pressure, but there's no diagnosis in existence, nor is he on medication. Our market size is approximately $50 billion for the health information market, and here is our target. Our target is the self-insured employer. The self-insured employer is paying about 50% of the bill of that total health care expense. Think of the term self-insured. That means the ball is totally on that employer. And they're managing cost centers of $15 to $20 million in loss of health care. Don't you think they would be interested in a tool that they could mine the data, come up with risk mitigation solutions, and prove it? That's what we're able to do. There's approximately 18,572 employers that fall within our target market sector. Our existing market traction. We're currently leasing our software to the 5th largest health analytics company in the United States, Benefit Informatics, which is a division of Benefit Focus. They saw what we could do. We actually went in and stole the client, didn't steal it. Nobody had the client. We got the client. They asked the client, why did you pick them instead of us? And they said, because their software can do this. So we started talking a year ago, and they're utilizing our software for being able to do what it can do. We've been approached for exclusivity with the 4th largest benefits broker in the United States. We've currently analyzed over 25,000 lives for this firm, and this firm has actually asked if they can buy our company, and we said no, not at this point. We've contracted with approximately 7,500 lives and have contracts pending for an additional 25,000 lives, hopefully by the end of this year. We've been endorsed by the President of the American Academy of Health and Productivity, which in our world, that's a big deal. We've established a research partnership with Research Triangle International in the Raleigh-Durham area, which is a think tank of economists, epidemiologists, physicians, and they want to hook some of their software capabilities to our system so that we can commercialize what their inventions have been. Our marketing and sales strategy is we create channel partners with benefits brokers, third-party administrators, and wellness providers. And this is not a hypothesis. We have successfully already done this. And we help the benefits broker because they have been tasked with the job of helping the employer manage the financial risk associated with health care, workers' comp, and things like this. So with our tool, we can go in and identify risk mitigation solutions, get empirical evidence that it works, and we can even take that data with the benefits broker, go to the third-party stakeholders like the reinsurers, disability carriers, and help negotiate lowered rates based on empirical evidence. Basically, we'll make the employer smarter about their data than their third-party stakeholder, the insurance carrier, the reinsurer, whatever. Our pricing strategy is we essentially will price about for a population that is less than 500 or up to 500 employees. We'll charge about $2.50 per employee per month. 501 to 2,500, $2 per employee per month. 2,500 and up, $1.75 per employee per month. And we have we've got one of Fortune Brands companies, Simonton Doors and Windows. With our analysis, we saw some things that was going on within the disease management company and with their pharmacy data, and the solution that we yielded them immediately saved $285,000. We charge them about $60,000 a year to do what we do, so it's a good ROI. Our current financial projections are $600,000 this year with a bottom line of $300,000. We're probably going to hit a bottom line of about $150,000 this year. Go up to $1.2 million the next, and we are very conservative on our projections because we literally have data on our servers right now for about 200,000 lives. That our value is we go to an employer, give me your data. Let me run a static analysis, come back with risk mitigation solutions. If I wow you, sign me up, subscribe. If we don't wow you and give you solutions, you don't pay us. And so we give them solutions, they put it into play. How are they going to measure the effectiveness of that solution unless they can pre-post monitor the outcomes? So that's it. So we don't say, we're not a software sales company, we're a solution for employers to manage healthcare risk. We're asking probably for about $250,000. The main reason that we would be asking this is to make us expedite our growth as far as hardware and technology to support the incoming business. We can limp along. We're beyond break even right now. We're well beyond break even. But as you know, money helps grow fast. And we've got the customers, we've got commitments, but there's some things we need to do to expedite our growth, and money's one of those things. We have been approached by 3 different companies that have wanted to buy us at this point. We did not let them buy us because we wanted to build revenue and increase the value of the company. Thank you very much for this opportunity. If you have any questions, I'll be here after the meeting. Thanks.